Hello guys, this is Ghost Dragon and this is Ghost Dragon Gaming, and thank you so much for watching. This is going to be my very first review on YouTube, and this is going to be for Rocket League. I am pleased to announce. To start, since this is my first review, I would like to go over my rating scale. I base my games off of 5 factors. This is graphics, second is gameplay, third is sound, fourth is story, or the hook of the game. This also plays into the last factor, which is cost versus content slash replayability. Additionally, just keep in mind that these reviews I do are my complete and personal opinion, and the games that you guys may have enjoyed, I may have not, so just keep that in mind. Now, to the review. To those of you who don't know Rocket League, it's an arcade type soccer game played with RC cars. It's super fun, sounds fairly simple, yet the concept excels at keeping your attention for hours at a time, with several maneuvers and strategies to be implemented while playing defensive or offensively. So first up, graphics. In the game, the graphics are done extremely well. It's actually really good for not being a AAA game, I have to say. It's also knocking its competition into the dirt with other, titles around the same cost, slapping on some low resolution textures and good to go. I mean, that's just not how they do things. I was often glancing over to the sunset or the impressive buildings and statues and stuff. It was just really amazing on what they did. I got this game for around $12, but the graphics really shine through. Like I said, they didn't skimp on any of the graphics or textures or anything. I have to give it up to them. They did a great job. So I really appreciate that. Good job, guys. And off to gameplay. So pretty graphics aside, the gameplay alone has to be commended for having perfect physics. When you hit opponents or the ball at varying speeds, the transfer of momentum is almost seamless, making for fair, honest, fun gameplay, honestly. Physicists, I think they would be proud. And the sound, it's great as crowds cheer and they actually react to the game. So if you're close to making a goal and you barely miss, you get that kind of stadium type kind of moan or whatever, oh man, you missed it, you know what I mean? Yeah, so it's really cool. And RC cars, they sound like tiny turbocharged Batmobiles, which I don't mind. It sounds really cool. And the soundtrack, it's pretty great, actually. When your girlfriend asks you, hey, what are you listening to? And you say, hey, it's the game music. It's a good soundtrack, right? Right, and the story or the hook of the game. So Rocket League doesn't necessarily have no story. It doesn't really need a story either, and even if it did, it would only be an added bonus to the already fantastic game. I do have to mention, though, it does have an exhibition mode, which is basically like season. So you can play with, I believe, a bunch of AI or maybe some players. I'm not quite particularly sure. Haven't played that game mode yet. But I would consider that somewhat of a story mode, so there you go. And for the most part, the main hook here is the sheer fun and replayability, which leads to cost versus content. So for the cost I paid, which I mentioned, $12, I have to say it's a great deal for what you're getting, with tons of customization for your little car and maps that I didn't really feel were repetitive or repeating themselves fairly quick. I mean, the layout of the map is mostly the same all the time, but the surrounding areas in the map, those do vary, and they're really nice. They're a good treat to have in the game. So, and then also there's also a split screen, which is pretty awesome. Me and my girlfriend love to play together, and when games don't have split screen, like say the new Halo or Call of Duty and stuff like that, when they don't have split screen multiplayer and stuff. It's just, it really factors into what games we want to play and what games we want to buy, honestly. So give it up to them. Also, they have a lot of fresh new DLC coming out. I don't know exactly how much they're planning on bringing out, but I did see one that was like Back to the Future car, which looked pretty awesome. They did have a Chaos DLC. They had a wasteland type map. Like, it really reminded me of like an old Mad Max type setting. So it was really fun. So overall, I would say this totally makes it worth it. So my final rating for Rocket League, it is a 5 out of 5. So I was going to go with the 4 out of 5 because of the lacking story. But really, do you want a story with this game? I mean, if you take a look at the gameplay right now, does it really look like you need a lot of story to go with this game? I don't feel that way. But then again, there is Exhibition League, so I have to go back to that. So if I think the developer said, hey, here's something like that, right? That's what I was thinking. So stick with my original score, 5 out of 5. It definitely deserves it. It's a tiny gripe with the game, with the story, but overall, it's very solid, a very fun game that definitely deserves your attention. At least give it a try. I'm sure you guys will at least enjoy it for a little bit. It'll definitely be worth your $12 or whatever you're gonna pay. The price will only go down, I feel, as time goes. So that more game for you at a cheaper price, right? Trying to word that correctly. It didn't really work. So, well, guys, thanks for watching. This is Ghost Dragon for Ghost Dragon Gaming, or GDG. I hope you really liked my review of Rocket League. Please comment, like, or subscribe if you did. And if you'd like to see me do more reviews, let me know. I'd be more than happy to do that. I'm actually going to do some anyways, because I kind of figured there's tons of reviews out there for tons of games. But hey, what's another 2 cents of another person, letting you guys know how amazing this game is. So, just a little bit more research stuff for you. So, yeah, can't talk right now, sorry. Alright, well, I'll talk to you guys later. Thanks. Signing out.